A great hi and hello from We Can Inspire and Dr. Shubram. In We Can Inspire, we have a series of video on learn how to learn. It's not about how to teach, it's about learn how to learn, which is for teachers, for parents, etc. Where instead of saying that how to teach, we say let the children learn. So let us see how they can learn. In the earlier video, we talked about an integrated method of learning where we did not divide anything into subjects of science and English and mathematics, etc. We said, can we put them all together and make it easier for children to learn as we do at home for our own kids? This is, in fact, the third in the series, where today we will talk about how you can make your own stories as a teacher or as a mother or as a guardian, and then you can teach various things which you want to the kids in a great way, in a fun way, by involving the children with you, etc. Now, how do we do this step by step? The first step is one must be sure as what does one want the children to learn that day or for the next 2 or 3 days. Very clearly. Do you want them to learn some parts of language, some parts of numbers, some parts of phenomena, some parts of colors or shapes or sizes? Then you need to write them down. Which are the words which you want the children to learn? Which are the sentences which you may want the children to learn? Write them down. Maybe 3 words or 4 words or 5 words. You may use 10 words, but you essentially want them to learn 4 or 5 fixed words. So you have to write them down. The second is the shape or size or color which you want them to learn. Maybe you want them to learn about red, green, blue, yellow, 3 colors, maybe. Similarly, if you want them to learn about shape sizes, write down. You want to let them learn about square or circle, something like this, write down. Then you write down about what is the phenomena. Do you want them to learn about rain or summer or about night or day, any other phenomena also. Do you want to make them learn about, jungle, trees, forests, etc.? That also you write down. So that is the first step. You write down these very clearly. The second step is make a theme or a moral. The moral may be very simple, Don't be greedy. Be kind. Share your things. Don't fight. So these are themes. So you can have your own theme and you can select your own theme. This is the second step. The third step is that how do you want that to be presented, the story, as a suspense, as a drama, as an action, or as a comedy. So you can have all these. You can have more, depending upon how much you can think. Then the fourth step is, how do you begin? So you want to begin with once upon a time, or in a jungle, or in a village, or on a road, something you have to have a beginning. So you have these 4 steps. Once you have these 4 steps, you can evolve the story. So it need not be always the same stories that are circulating for the last 50, 100 years, but you can have your own story. How do you build up this story with these 4 steps? Let's take, for example, that you want the children to learn about jungle, about some animals, about the various voices of the animals, the way the animals speak. Then you also want them to learn about certain colors, maybe green or maybe yellow or white. You want them to learn about that. And you also want them to learn about walk or run, slow, fast, etc. So let's see how the story can evolve, can develop. Please remember, it's your story. You can evolve. You can involve the children also during the making of the story. Right? So let us see. Today we shall talk about jungle. Oh, what are we going to talk about? Jungle. Oh, okay. Once Rahul went to a jungle. Jungle. Rahul went to a jungle. Walk, walk, walk. And he saw a big lion in the jungle. Yellow lion. So you can evolve the story like this. This is just an example. Once you practice how to deliver this, then you will see that in the story you can incorporate so many things. Suppose you want to have kind of an action-oriented story, and you want to talk about rainy season. And the words that you have is rain, umbrella, etc. So you have written down rain, umbrella, splash, mud, okay, dirty, etc. You've written down. You've also written down the color of the umbrella, etc. And then you've written down that the moral or the theme of the story is that share things with your friends, with your people. This is the moral of the story. So how do you develop the story? Suddenly one day, there was thunder. And then there was pitter patter, pitter patter, raindrop, raindrop, pitter patter, raindrop. And Smita was walking on the road when this rain come. Oh, I'll get wet, I will get wet. Then there was a man walking with Smita. He took out his umbrella, yellow umbrella, and pulled it up. Oh, come, Smita, you will not get wet. Come. So, you can develop your story in this manner, step by step. Now, these are just two examples. You can do it in your own way. This is the freedom that you get when you take up an integrated way of learning. And this involves the children also. So you can take the names of the children, you can take 4 or 5 names together, you can bring the umbrella to the school, you can bring different kinds of umbrella, then you can make them hold it, and then, you can talk about pitter patter rain, the children also go along with you, and then the story develops, and the children learn by themselves so many things. Wait for our next video in which we shall talk about the other aspects of learn how to learn, step by step. We shall be proceeding. Please remember that watch our earlier videos in order to know what were the earlier steps that we have talked about. Because we are doing it in the manner of learn how to learn, we would rather also want to learn from you. What else can we do for you? Or do you think whatever we are doing now is useful? It's quite possible many of you may be doing a lot of things that we are telling. But then perhaps we make a little more difference. Perhaps. If you have a better idea, do let us know. And probably if we can make some other videos also on a similar basis, we would be very, very happy. So thank you very much for watching. Keep watching our videos. Do subscribe. Do share. We love you. We will see you later in our next video. Thanks a lot. Do join us.